In this video, I'm going to give you 3 funnel optimization tweaks that you can implement very quickly and see results in terms of boosting your conversions, both in volume and conversion rate in general. Let's get right into it. So first off, my name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the founder and CEO of AutoGrow.co, as you may or may not already know. If you don't know, welcome. I'm really excited to share this information with you. So, been in business as an entrepreneur and as a business owner for over 13 years, started AutoGrow, launched in 2010, and I consider myself an expert at building and optimizing funnels, and it's just something that for whatever reason I've developed a talent for, and both in terms of conceiving of the big picture and of just optimizing each of the steps along the way. And that knowledge has been hard gained because, and maybe you can relate to this, but there have been many moments in my journey as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, where I'll step back, I'll take a look at our funnel, I'll say, okay, how do we just get more people into this critical step here? Or how do we get them through that step to the next one? And it feels static. It feels like the status quo is like a wall that's in front of you. And it's just, you're like, especially after you try different things and nothing seems to really move the needle. So let's get right into these 3 tweaks to optimize your funnel. And hopefully if you're going through something similar, or in general, maybe you're making great progress and you just want to accelerate that and you're looking for some inspiration, whatever boat you're in, let's get right into it. So the first tweak, funnel optimization tweak number 1, is create better calls to action, or CTA buttons. And this applies to both the design and especially the text on the call to action button. So I mentioned how the knowledge and the talent and the skill that I developed, it's been hard earned over a number of years now, and I'm still learning every single day. That's what's great about it. But one kind of moment where I could tell that I made a giant leap just in terms of my understanding and my knowledge was when I created one of our info products called the Proven Sales Conversion Pack. And it's one of our most popular products. You can check it out if you're interested by going to autogrow.co/marketplace. And what it is it's a curated collection of legit 313 conversion case studies from across the web. And what I did was, because there's a lot of case studies out there, there's a lot of marketers claiming and making all these big hype claims. I sifted through thousands of these claims and these case studies, and I picked just the ones that were actual, like, legit case studies where it was clear they were showing their numbers, they were showing their homework, and I compiled them into this searchable kind of like Google-like database, organized them by type of business, organized them by different types of conversion patterns that you would see, and made custom summaries of each of them and the lessons and takeaways from each of them, and as well as organize them by difficulty in terms of like how easy or not it was to copy them. So for example, one 15-minute change that we ended up making to our funnel was a call to action button on our homepage back in 2017, where we said, instead of call to action at the top, free consultation, it was watch a demo video. Okay. And just by changing, what that offer was, and this highly visible, it was just the call to action button, right? And we were still collecting the same amount of information in order to book the call versus, watch a video. People that offer and that updated CTA button text, it just clicked with everyone. But let's get more specific about changing call to action buttons in general. So adding the word free, for example, onto a call to action button, even if it's already there, like in the headline of the copy on the page, for example, it can yield a conversion increase of 131%, according to one specific case study that we found within the Proven Sales Conversion Pack. And you should see an example of that on the screen right now. In addition, another example, adding specific value points to your call to action, can have can yield a conversion increase of up to 83% we found. And you can see an example of that on the screen right now as well. And finally, another data point, another example that we found was making your call to action clear and stand out can have a, just in terms of the, it should stand out and be very, very clear that it's something that's clickable. It's not like just a flat image on the screen, like a flat rectangle, or doesn't like blend in. It's not like plain text or something like this. And people have to like hover their mouse over it in order to see, oh, that's a button. Got it. So it should be clear, it should stand out, it should look like a button. The colors should contrast with all the other colors on the page. Just changing that and adjusting that can almost double your conversion rate. So a good example of this would be, we've done a lot of designs on landing pages, and if you're using red, like the red color, throughout the page in terms of images and design, don't also use that red for your call to action button, because it's almost like energy, right? It's like the energy, the power of that color red, it's already kind of diffused, into spread into the rest of the design, because it's used elsewhere, not just on that call to action button. So you want to use something that's going to make it stand out. Green, yellow, for example, and maybe not yellow, because yellow can kind of clash with red, but you get my point, right? Because it's the same way. If you had used yellow or green throughout the design, then maybe the call to action button in those cases should be red, because the green color is already being used in other places that are not part of the CTA. They're part of the design. Okay, so here's funnel optimization tweak number 2. Add some humanity into your funnel, all right? Because whether it's actual pictures and videos of your clients, your customers, of people, the human brain is just trained from the time that we're babies. It's automatically programmed just to recognize faces. It's like an evolutionary thing that just is hardwired into us. So even if you're early on, you can also do something like what's called implied social proof. So you can, use kind of like a news reporter uses, quotes. So maybe you don't have testimonials or anything to start, but you can find testimonials, or in place of testimonials, quotes from famous people, and use them sort of like a journalist would, making sure you're not claiming that this person endorses your product or service, but it's a form of implied social proof, especially if you have, like, for example, a picture there along with it. And it adds credibility to whatever your offer might be, assuming that the quote more or less aligns with, with what you're selling. So for example, in 2014, I was working on a SaaS product called Saberblast, and it was a new type of email marketing tool. And it was brand new. We didn't have a lot of social proof at the time. So what I would do is I would do a couple of things. Number one, I would demo it for entrepreneur friends, who many of whom would actually become customers. And I would ask them, hey, could you give any feedback? What do you think about it? And, because I was, networking and giving them a free demo, and, and really being very serious that I was taking their feedback, they would often just volunteer quotes. And I'd be like, oh, awesome. Like, appreciate that positive thing you just said. Can I use that, within our website funnel, for example? And they'd be fine with it, because it actually, it promoted them. And most people are cool with that. So another example, though, well, you know what? Actually, I won't mention that. That's more about implied social proof versus adding humanity. So let me give you another example of adding more humanity into your funnel. So according to research that we found when putting together the proven sales conversion pack product, adding a real photo, not a stock photo, of a person with a baby in on a webinar registration landing page boosted conversions by 66%. Okay, so in this case, I believe it was a picture of, the founder of the business, with his family, for example, holding the baby. And you can see an example of that on the screen. In addition, Harrington Movers also saw an increase in their conversions of 45% by removing a stock photo. It's like a photo of like a professionally dressed, I believe, woman, and instead adding images of their own staff just standing, in front of their trucks. Not models, just real people who are actually part of the business. And it's because our brains were trained to recognize commercialism, especially today when we are bombarded by, progressively just more and more advertising messages, and marketers and social networks and everything else are finding new and more creative ways to reach us. So we are trained to be just, is that someone trying to sell me something, right? You get what I mean? So authenticity and authentic images really sells, okay? But in lieu of that, you can also use stock photos, but they should look as legit and as real as possible, because people can be like, they're looking for potential flaws. They're like, oh, okay, like, is this a real photo? Is this a real client or customer of this business? Is this really what, their team looks like? So anyway, funnel optimization tweak number 3, add more form fields. Add more form fields. So it's a little counterintuitive, and I'll explain it to you. So there's what we call in our framework, and you can Google for AutoGrow Sales Funnel Physics, AutoGrow Sales Funnel Physics, if you're interested to learn more about this framework. That's called the 11 Laws of Sales Funnel Physics. And it's what I train our team on. It is amazing once you understand and take to heart and really think about all the laws of sales funnel physics, because when you do, it'll change your perspective on not just sales funnels, but on reality itself, because you'll start to see the laws everywhere, because that's just how we built this world, right? Because it's all about persuasion and, understanding, why does someone get stuck at a step in your funnel, or what is actually working for why people are being persuaded to move to the next step in the first place. So that, all that being said, adding more form fields increases friction. We have the law of friction in the 11 laws of sales funnel physics. And the law of friction says that you can implement friction and it will actually decrease your conversion rate usually. But there's often a proportional increase in the quality of the leads, because people who really want to buy or have a consultation or interested in whatever service it is you're selling, they're going to go through extra effort. They're going to jump through those extra hoops in order to get to that point where they can buy. So that being said, let me give you an example. One info product from our proven sales conversion pattern research actually saw a 120% jump up in conversions just by adding fields for a first name and an email address. So it went up. Now, conversely, in some cases, taking it down, like if you're just trying to get someone into your funnel, like in the first place, you just asking for an email address or email address first name is often like all you really need to do. Okay, because you want a little bit of friction. So, and personalization can also help you long term. If you use first name within the emails, for example, so that's fine. That's all well and good. But adding additional form fields there may not make sense. So it's kind of a case-by-case basis. But usually further down in the funnel, more form fields will help you get a higher quality result, especially if the quality of the leads is something that you're struggling with. Not only that, but it can be just a great, easy, simple way to get more information on prospects so that you can make more informed decisions about the funnel as time goes on. And help you just kind of have documented data so you can recognize patterns after you go back and review that in time. So according to HubSpot, forms with more than one step actually convert 86% higher. So that's one stat from HubSpot, which again, I'm a little skeptical of that, because I think it really depends on case-by-case basis. You know, like in the case of quizzes, for example, quizzes can have just an amazing conversion rate. And those are forms that, you know, like, oh, like, you know, which, or, you know, get your instant quote, or, you know, which type of blah, blah, blah are you? So it's often, if it's a quiz, it's often telling them either something that they want information on, and they're motivated to get through. So it's going to be personalized to them, or it's going to give them some information about, you know, maybe who they are that they haven't, you know, thought of in the past. And in those cases, many times they'll ask just, you know, multiple choice questions, you know, because it's just like, oh, just one click, 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 click. It's like as low friction as possible until that last step, where then it's like, okay, give us your email address and your name, and we will email you the results. So consider adding more form fields. It can give you more data. And if you're struggling with lead quality, it can actually help as well. There are also a number of case studies where on purchase forms, I mean, it's kind of changing, you know, as people get more comfortable. But several years back, I remember reading, and I still see it today, that a lot of checkout forms have, you know, what's your name, what's your address. So you need asking for billing address. Can actually help to increase the conversion rate in some circumstances, because, you know, whatever. I mean, even on info products, and it's weird, but you know, such as it is. So use the law of friction and make sure to apply it on a case-by-case basis, but it's proven to work that actually increasing the friction can often increase the conversion rate at the next step, in terms of, you know, just the quality of leads, for example, or just it can convey, it kind of can match more with people's expectations, like in the case of an e-commerce business or info products, where people, for whatever reason, expect, even though it's completely unnecessary when you're buying an ebook, to fill out your home address, but such as it is. Okay, so speaking of funnel conversions and optimization, and otherwise, you know, just helping you grow and scale your business and save you a ton of time, I'd encourage you to check out autogrow.co, because with Autogrow, you can delegate all of your digital marketing tasks without the headaches of hiring. And the way that works is Autogrow it's like, the best way to think about it is that it's like project management software, but with proven professionals already inside the app. It's like a SaaS tool, basically like project management tool, but with proven pros already inside. So copywriters, designers, developers, project managers, quality assurance, ads managers, and more, ready and waiting to just help you execute on all your digital marketing tasks and projects. You just log in, you can check out, select your package in 2 seconds, or 2 clicks rather. Click to select your package and then click on checkout. And then once you're inside, you just type up some notes on whatever task you want to delegate over to us, or project. We can do something as simple as updating WordPress plugins to something as large as building an entire website, building an entire sales funnel, running A/B tests. Pretty much the only limit is your imagination. And we also have really handy, convenient library of project templates that you can select, and all the tasks are already laid out there for us, and you just add some notes. Here's what I want to do. Here are the inputs to help you actually do it. Here's my brand logo and this sort of thing. And then you click on the button that says make it real, and then you sit back, relax, and watch as we move it from 100%, or rather from 0% to 100% as a progress bar, so you can see it visually. And you can talk with us right within the app, because live chat is integrated directly into it. And we're really proud of it. It's just a great, unique service, and our clients are loving it. And we're just adding new cool features every single day to further streamline it and just get more work done for you and make it a great experience. So check it out. Go to autogrow.co. And if you want to check out the Proven Sales Conversion Pack, go to autogrow.co / or for you, I guess it would be / this way, marketplace. Okay, autogrow.co / marketplace for the Proven Sales Conversion Pack. And if you like this video, if you got value from it, please hit that like button. Don't smash it, don't damage it, just tap it. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to get more great videos like this, and leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys and hearing what you identify with in this video, what you want to hear more about, or just to say hi. All right. So love hearing from you guys. And until next time, keep converting, keep auto growing, and stay focused. I'll talk to you soon.